Any men who have a uterus could menstruate.
A man has XY. I'm sorry, I'm being so rude. I apologize. But you're incorrect. Because we're talking about anatomy, biology. Like, if you were to have surgery, they need to know what sex you are. So women... That's why she ran off.
No, I said I was crossing at the next line.
This is very serious what's going on in America. They're indoctrinating students to go against their parents. And this is Marxism, this is socialism. I'm very familiar with it. And I want everybody to educate themselves.
As per usual, when they can't defend their position, what do they tend to do? They walk away. These will be the same people who talk about tolerance and accepting people's beliefs and accepting people for who they are. If they can't stand to listen to someone explain their beliefs and explain the positions that they stand for, the ABCD community are very interesting people.
I'm going to try and only shop white-owned during White History Month. White is king. So today I'm going to wear my white girl magic shirt. I think I'm going to start a white student union club at my school. Oh my gosh, you want to touch my hair? That's so racist. I'm going to watch the white movie section on Netflix today. White is beautiful. Just my skin color makes me shine.
Tell me why you're at Pride.
Because I'm transgender.
Do you want to share anything about your journey?
It was very tough.
Does your family make you feel supported?
Yes, a lot.
How old are you?
I am 7.
And how old were you when you discovered your identity?
I was 2 or 3 when I first noticed that I didn't feel comfortable with being a boy.
How did your child discover this identity? How did this come about?
So ever since she was little, she was always the princess, always. She sort of like every once in a while would mention ideas of like wanting to be a girl, of feeling more like a girl. And then she started asking to like socially transition about 1.5 years ago, and her school's been fantastic.
Your family, your friends, everyone like makes you feel supported and loved.
Except for my friends. I didn't tell them that yet.
Oh, wait, do you want to be on the internet talking about it then?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope to be famous one day.
What do you want to be famous for?
Probably my songs or like famous drawings.
It wasn't even really a change. Like she's been expressing herself as a girl since she was old enough to get dressed. I think that being the parent of a trans child is totally different than what people think that it is. And I know you hear a lot about how we're going to have our kids go into surgery and how we're forcing them to make these decisions. The opposite is true. You know, I'm up all the time worrying about how the world is going to react to my kid. I would rather have her change her pronouns 1,000 times than have to write her obituary.
Does it mean to be trans?
I don't know. I've never
He's asking you.
can get an answer to that question.
I'm asking you.
Well, you just claimed you're trans,
I am trans.
and I'm asking you what that means.
What does it mean to you?
Well, I would tell you that transition is something
Don't
you do.
tell me. Wait, you don't tell anybody.
Okay, well, you asked what it means.
You literally just asked us to tell you what it means.
You have the opportunity here to like educate a couple 100,000 people online about what it means to be trans.
Educate people online.
Educate people online about what?
Well,
why are you
what it is to be
blocking
trans.
this? Why are you blocking? Why are you here? What message do you want to give people?
Okay, here's the message.
We're listening.
Y'all are a bunch of fascists using
Also.
transgender medicine as a spearhead for your fascist takeover of the country because you're patriarchal white supremacists, and this is just what it is, and y'all know what it is.
Why are we're white supremacists? What is your evidence for even saying that, besides just being a jerk to us?
White, right?
You're white.
And like white supremacy,
Are you a white supremacist?
the tip of the spear of white supremacy is anti-transgender.
What is a woman?
That's a stupid question, dude. That's a dumb question.
What is a woman? It's not a trick question. What is a woman?
Identifies as a woman.
You can't answer the question with the question. Yeah, define the woman without saying woman.
It's a social
You're in college, paying for an education. What is a woman?
How about you talk to someone with media training? How about you talk to someone?
You don't need media training. It's not a trick. What is a woman?
Of course, it's a dumb question. The only reason she says it's a dumb question is because she doesn't have an answer to the so-called dumb question.
I'm a black woman, and I believe that white privilege exists.
What privilege do I have that you don't have that is based on skin color, not on wealth or socioeconomic status?
The fact that you are sitting here with like little to no education trying to talk to people about white privilege is white privilege.
You served our country and you have lived a life of a victor, and you have the gumption to tell me you're a victim without evidence. You are not able to cite one thing that you cannot do that I can do. If you make good choices, you will get those choices rewarded. You brought zero evidence except an argument from an authority and an insult to my lack of a college degree, of which I am so proud of because I'm not indoctrinated because I didn't go to college. Thank you very much.
Here we go again with the complaining and talking about how you're oppressed and everyone is against you and they have privilege because they're white. It's all absolute nonsense, and these people have been so propagandized that they just repeat the same thing each other person has said like robots. A lot of black people love playing victim because it's an easy thing to do. It's easy to be a victim. It's easy to complain that you haven't gotten ahead in life because of your skin color and white privilege, and I'm not privileged like a white man. It's easy to do that. There's a saying that goes, the winners celebrate and the complainers explain.
We will not let fear win. A world without trans people has never existed. A world without drag has never existed, and it never will. Queer people have always been here amongst us. They are our co-workers, they are our brothers, our sisters, they are our mothers, our fathers, they are our families. Drag is art, drag is culture, drag is educational, drag is creative, drag is comedy, but drag is not a crime. My name is Scarlett Bobo, and thank you so much for your time.
Before we get back into the video, I need everyone to turn on their post notifications so that you get notified whenever one of my videos come out. Like the video as much as possible, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and follow me on Twitter at YinkaThatGuy. Let us get back into the video.
Do you have any regrets about taking your own vision or the process with which you did take your own vision?
I don't have any regrets taking my vision. I believe I should have been born blind, and I'm happy the way I am. I do have some regrets about the way I did it, but in the end, I'm happy the way I am.
Dr. Phil, with all due respect to Jewel, but I am having a really hard time sitting so close to someone who traumatized herself, who damaged herself. We took an oath in medicine to help people. We see horrible tragedies every single day as doctors, and people who would give anything to go back and restore their vision, their health. My heart is beating out of my chest. I can't even make sense of the emotions I'm feeling, because to hear someone say, I've always felt I should be blind. Well, I've always felt I should be the Queen of England, but I'm not going out to become the Queen of England.
People will laugh at the fact that she took her own vision, but this is the result of the stupidity that's going on in the West in today's world. People are saying that they could change gender, so I don't know why people could say that they're actually legally blind as well.
I'm not a man. I may look like a man, I may sound like a man, but I don't function like a man. I am not a man. If you see me in a woman's room, I will be femme and doing my best to look like I belong, because I know that people are afraid. But I am not a man. As much as you want to say that I am, as much as you want to think that I am not a man. I never was. Never have been, never will be. I'd be more afraid of you walking into a women's room if I'm in there.
Y'all weigh the freedoms of your constituents with the fact that we haven't had another mass shooting in Florida since Parkland, since we passed these gun reforms.
Thank you, sir.
It's ma'am. Thank you.
And I don't want anyone calling me black anymore because I'm a white woman.
And you don't need to force your beliefs on other people. How many of you love gun control? That's what I'd love to know. The crossover between those groups of people are incredible.
Okay. Well, what does that have to do with this?
Because you can choose whether or not to have a gun.
Okay.
But you can't choose whether or not to have a baby.
I can't choose to kill someone with my gun.
You can choose that.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
If I shoot him over there, I'd go to jail. I can't choose that. Yeah, but I would go to jail, right? Is that a good law that I would go to jail if I did that?
You're a psychopath if you shoot someone.
Oh, yes, right. It's a psychopathic thing to kill a baby.
She is right in the fact that you do have the choice to shoot someone if you wanted to. Now, the consequences of the actions that happen after you choose to do that are not upon you, which is what she's trying to make the point of. And it's very hilarious that she calls him a psychopath for trying to kill someone, but yet these are the same people who advocate for abortion.